The second part is multiple choice questions. Choose the best answer for each item. Number 1, which of the following has 18 electrons, 20 neutrons, and the net charge of -3? So here the given is the number of electrons, which is 18, the number of neutron, we have 20, and also the net charge. The net charge is -3. Of course, the net charge is equal to the total charge of the electrons and then the protons, because these are the part of the atom na merong charge. Again, electrons are negative, protons are positive. So if again the total charge is -3, we have -18 coming from the 18 electrons. So what could be the number of protons here? So that is positive 15 or 15, because again positive 15 plus -18 is equal to -3. So we have 15 protons, and the number of proton is equal to the atomic number. Now what element has atomic number 15? That is phosphorus. That is letter C. Also to check the mass here, because it says the mass is 35. Again, the mass depends on the number of protons and then the neutrons. So there is 15 plus 20, so we have 35. So again, the answer for number 1 is letter C. Number 2, which of the following are isotopes? Again, by definition, isotopes, they are the same element, so meaning they have the same number of protons, but they have different mass number. They have different mass number because they have different number of neutrons. Again, they have the same number of protons but different number of neutrons. So which of the following here has the same number of protons and then different number of neutrons? If you look here, item 1 and item number 3 has the same number of protons, then they have different number of neutrons. So these two are isotopes. Again, they have the same number of protons, but they have different number of neutrons. That is 1 and 3. So for number 2, the answer is letter D, 1 and 3 only. Next, number 3, which of the following has 46 electrons, 72 neutrons, and the net charge of positive 5? This one is the same with item number 1. Again, we have the given here is the electrons, which is 46, then neutrons 72. Then again, the net charge here is positive 5. So what could be the number of protons here? So this one positive. So this is positive because we have more protons compared to the number of electrons, and that's by 5. So again, we have 5 more protons compared to the number of electrons. So that's how we interpret this charge over here. The same thing with this on the first one. This is -3 because we have more electrons. So that's by 3. So we have 3 more electrons compared to the number of protons. So in this case, we have 5 more protons compared to the electrons. So that makes the number of protons here 51. So atomic number 51, that is antimony. That is antimony. So antimony, that is letter C. And also check the mass. The mass here, we have 51 and then 72. So 51 plus 72, that is 1, 2, 3. So again, the answer for number 3 is letter C. Number 4, sulfur is a yellow crystalline solid. What type of property is this one? So here, they are referring to the color of the substance. So this one is an intensive physical property. So make sure to review all the list of physical and chemical properties, intensive and extensive. Number 5, the reading of an instrument is close to the true value but is not consistent. Again here, this is close to the true value. This one is referring to the accuracy of the instrument. So this one is accurate, but it is not consistent. So when it's not consistent, this is about precision. Again, precision is all about consistency, how our measurements are close to each other. So this one is not precise. So this one is letter C. So it's accurate but not precise. Number 6, how is the volume calculated when the mass and density is given? So for this one, we have a shortcut. So just remember this triangle. That is, density is equal to mass over volume. So in this case, we are looking for the volume. So if you're looking for the volume, just cover this part and this will give you the formula. So volume is equal to mass over density. So mass over density, that is letter E. So that's mass divided by density. Number 7, how many sig figs is on this number? So we have 1,200 centimeters. So these are trailing zeros, and on this case, since walang decimal point, again, trailing zeros can be significant or not. And on this number, it's not significant because walang decimal point. So only this 1 and 2 are considered significant on this measurement. So we have 2 sig figs for number 7. Number 8, what is common between oxygen 16, oxygen 17, and oxygen 18? So again, all of these are atoms of oxygen, but they have different mass number. We have 16, 17, and 18. This is referring to the isotopes of oxygen. And again, by definition, isotopes have the same number of protons, but different number of neutrons. And that fits with item number C. So they have the same number of protons. Number 9, what is the primary purpose of centrifugation as a separation technique? So this one is again the process on separating the components of a blood. So again, we can separate the plasma from the heavier blood cells. And again, that is done by a machine, and that is they can separate because of their difference on density. So on that case, mas bugat ang blood cells compared to the plasma. So there is difference on the density of the components. So this one is letter B, separating components based on density differences. Number 10, which of the following is a physical separation technique used to separate solid particles of different sizes? So this one is letter C, sieving. So again, sieving, this is like filtration. Pero yung filtration, diba, that is you separate solid particles from a liquid. But for sieving, it's the same. So there's a filter, pero again, instead na filter ang tawag kay sieve. Then again, on this case, that is to separate solid particles from other solid particles. So number 10 is letter C, sieving.